Hello and welcome to the Fishing Guide Podcast. I'm your host, Brad Wiegmann. This is like a special edition. We have brought my good buddy back in, Mike Jones. Big Mike Jones. There's a big story behind it, but we're not gonna bore you with that because we got so many things we want to talk about. We're gonna kind of get right to it. Lake Washington, boom, right across the road from here. Love Lake Washington, being coming here for a while. But Mike, tell them about what's going to happen camp-wise.
Oh, man, we've got a big deal going to go on. You know, we've had a problem out here on Lake Washington, according to the Game and Fish, and then a lot of folks that have been fishing in all over the last few years, especially in our camp. For 3 years, we've been, catching a lot of white bass.
Yep.
And last year, we had a bunch of bass come out of there. White bass came out that was weighing up to 4.5 pounds, and Ken McBroom did a big story on them and everything. And I mean, there's some huge fish. Well, there's been some bigger ones caught this year because now they've got a year under their belt, so they're even bigger. And the small ones fixing to come in, so they're going to be even bigger from all them full eggs that they're going to have in them. And we're going to have us a roundup, a white bass roundup, and a bounty on them.
Yeah, so something a little different. So the hashtag 2025 MS Fish Camp.
Yep.
That's what, if you want to ever look it up, just type that in the search bar of Facebook. You'll be able to see all kinds of stuff that we're posting about this. The media people that are coming, and also the number of anglers that are coming. So I'll start with the media people.
Okay.
Because I kind of invited them. And
okay.
So Mike Giles is one that's coming in. He's a Mississippi boy and writes a lot. His content comes out through Mississippi. So he's a great ambassador to come in. We also have Bill Cooper. He is a Hall of Fame outdoor writer, media person. He also has a podcast show. So Cooper be coming in, doing some podcast shows, but he'll be doing some writing. He'll be doing video. So we're excited on him coming.
Yep.
Polly Dean Watkins is coming in, and Jimmy Jacobs is, those two are coming in, and they have onthefly.com is their website. So they have a website, and they're all about fly fishing. And what we're going to do is we're going to pair them up with some anglers, whether they be guides or
You
whether
left one. I'm
not done yet. I'm still describing. I'm still telling them what On the Fly is all about.
Okay.
And so their website talks about fly fishing, and they're going to come in, go fly fishing with some of the guides we got coming in. So it'll be interesting to see how they attack catching white bass on a fly. But at the time we're looking at having the camp, and traditionally the same time, the white bass are up, they're shallow, and they'll be able to catch those. And then hopefully we're going to put them also on some crappie too. So we're going to make our crappie guides, they're going to work. They're going to earn that free meal.
Yep. They are going to do that. And, Brad, this is 5 or 6 years. I think it's actually 6 years that we've been doing the camp. But right here on Lake Washington, this is going to be the best year ever. We got so many, celebrities coming and everything to be a part of this thing. I think this is going to be our best year. As I like to say, a grand slam out of the top of the Superdome.
Yeah, so that's who we have coming for the riders. I didn't miss anyone, did I?
Yes, you did. John Felcher.
Oh, my brother John. How could I forget you, John?
Yep.
If you're watching, John, make sure you put a like under this.
And then
John, I tell you what, John and I, we are brothers. Same day. We're almost like twins. Born
really?
Born the same day.
I kind of see the resemblance. Just one looks like Santa Claus and you look like the elf.
John and I, born on the same day.
Okay.
We have been back and forth on who's the oldest by hours, probably. And we kind of think I was born first, so I'm the elder. But we'll probably have to dig deeper into it. But somehow... And that takes us over to the guides, professional.
You got one more.
Who?
We got the youngest
media
person coming in, little Mason Brooks, who is the editor for the Lady of Lourdes Elementary School, 10-year-old. He is the editor of the newspaper. His idea started that newspaper this school year, and we've got him coming in. He's an outdoorsman and looking forward to this.
Yeah.
Now we go to the guides.
Now we go with the guides. I'm going to start with the guides. I'm going to start with Chris Johnson is coming in. Chris Johnson, the aspiring angler on Facebook. If you're trying to find him, you want to find out more about him. Chris is one of the throwback anglers who doesn't use live scope or forward-facing technology. He doesn't even have it on his boat, doesn't use it. And he is also has basically won. He won the BASS Invitational on the Arkansas River. Literally beat everyone else that had all the electronics and stuff. Chris fishes out of 1984 Ranger boat. Doesn't have any brand new technology. Still has a flasher on the graph. A lot of people know him, love him. He does a lot of YouTube videos, and he's so informative. But the media is loving it because we're getting man, what an incredible person to come in and unique and someone to write about. So he's
what I look forward for him and the couple coming from
the fly fishing.
Yep, the fly fishing. That's going to be a great pair.
Yeah, and then that takes us up to Slab and Mike. All I can say about Slab and Mike is if you're trying to catch a 3-pounder on Lake Washington, he's your man.
Yep. He is the actual, he'll be coming back for the Big Mama on March the 1st to defend his
title,
his 22nd annual Big Mama Live Scope division. He won it last year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And he's coming back to defend his title and be a part of our camp. This will be the 3rd year for him being in our camp.
Yeah, and guess who's riding in like a cowboy? Oh, wait, he is a cowboy.
The Crappie Cowboy.
That's right.
All
Crappie
right.
Cowboy's coming in.
Craig will be coming in and
giddy up.
I bet he's got his red chaps when he comes in. What you bet?
Oh man, you make sure you text him and make sure he brings that.
I am. I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna say, hey man, you're gonna be over here up front and center on Wednesday at the award ceremony.
Yeah.
We want you to be sitting there with your cowboy chaps on.
Yeah, like what is that? A lasso or something?
Yeah, there you go.
We are going to have meat or something at our banquet, so it'd be.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, we'll have to try and keep the bull down when he's around.
And then you got the legend, the Crappie Ninja.
Yeah.
Callaway. James Callaway, he's been here every year with us. And, there you go, the Crappie Ninja and his Pico cranks.
Yeah, we love James because, dude, that one year he slayed them. It was crazy. The fishing was so good. And he was really keyed in. And every year he does put people on fish. Last year he had a veteran in his boat. And so he took him out. The gentleman was able to get on some fish. And so how exciting was it for the veteran to go out? But that was something Mike kind of slid in because he's always something popped up in my mind. So
a light bulb.
Yeah, I always worry about when I hear that. But that's right. So so that puts Callaway coming in. Who else is coming in?
We've got the husband and wife team of Clements and Clements.
Yeah.
Jason and Renee Clements coming from down on Ross Barnett. They're coming up here. They came to Lake of the Ozarks back in September.
Yep.
And we're looking forward to having them up here for our riders camp and everything.
Renee called me and said, "Hey, it's what is this?"
Today.
Yeah, I gotcha. She said it's Renee and Jason Clements. Okay, so
okay.
All
right.
We just have to make that connection. Sorry about that, Renee. So always we're supposed to say Renee first and then Jason. Okay,
I got you.
So that's how we're going to do it. I'm more scared of her than I am of him.
Hey, man, I think she swings a big pole.
I think so. She does. She goes out there and fishes all the time. Anyone else? We bring it in? Someone besides all
I don't have my cheat sheet here in front of me, but it seems like there's our local Louisiana. Every year, we mentioned him in the very beginning. Dakota Fleming.
I skipped over him. How did I do that?
Well, you saved the best for last.
That's right. Dakota is, he's not a young and upcoming angler. He is like a middle-aged up-and-coming angler because he put off like what would have been his fishing career and trying to fish, and he went into the service, and then he's come back, and so now he's doing some work, like everyone does that comes back. He's doing some good work, and so but he's also fishing. He also wins a lot of tournaments, and I noticed the other week, just a couple of weeks ago, they just got done winning a team tournament. So he's still wrapped up and still doing good, but.
Didn't he win
the
media bass angler of the year for like 4 or 5 years?
Yeah, but that's behind him. They've already won the next tournament. They're knowing Dakota. He ain't worried about what's in the past. He's only worried about the future, and he's got a great mindset. So we're excited. You put all that together, and what it ends up being, it's a media camp that is different because it's not driven by a company. So most media camps nowadays are driven by, say, XYZ lure company puts it on, and they bring in certain media people that just write about that product. And so in our case, we're not limiting the people, the writers that are coming in. They're freelance outdoor writers, or they might own their own website type thing, but they're free to write and do whatever. So that really gives them open reign, which is great because of the people that are coming in. If they're sponsored by certain companies, they're free to talk about them. We don't hold them back. So being able to do that's one thing that really separates our camp. The other thing that separates our camp is this is like the 5th year of it. And so we've gotten quite good at how to run a camp.
Outstanding.
And how to make
it
good. And then you throw the kicker in, and the first night we're our banquet. Where's our banquet at?
Well, on Monday, the night that everybody's traveling in on the 24th, we're going to do a little meet and greet and taste of Greenville down at Silverstone. We'll have everybody there, and we'll do that on Monday night, the first night. Then opening banquet night is Tuesday night at One South Restaurant, bar and grill there in Greenville, and they've been our host for this thing every year and everything. And a big shout out to them and Ricky Strange and all up there, but also to the Washington County CVB tourism office up in Greenville, because they're a huge sponsor. We couldn't do what we do without them.
That's right.
On all that. And then a big shout out and everything to Silverstone on Lake Washington, and also Esperanza Outdoors and Linden Plantation. Both of these locations house our anglers and our writers and media folks coming in, and we always, we try to really promote and push them. And we've got a lot of other sponsors, out there. We've got Scott Petroleum come in so far. We've got the co-op, Farmers Incorporated has stepped up, and I've got several more that I'm going to visit with this next week to bring all this together, because it takes a whole village to pull all these things together and make this co-op of our Mississippi Fish Camp
2025.
2025
Fish Camp.
There you go.
That takes us to the last night here. The riders are going to Outdoor Media are going to go somewhere special.
We are fortunate to have the Mississippi Wildlife Heritage Museum right over in Leland, Mississippi. It is a beautiful museum that has been added to several times and all. You name it, it's hanging up in there on the wall. Fish, feather, hair, whatever. It's in there, and we'll have a big reception over there, meet and greet of all of our celebrities that are coming in, as well as some of the, exhibits and everything that are over there. We're going to have an awards banquet that we have that, we induct folks into the Bait and Things Wall of Fame, and we'll have all that going on over there.
And
it's going to be a great
feeding
time.
Us over there? What's the people?
The Chamber of Commerce and the Mississippi Wildlife Heritage Museum, Billy Johnson and all. He has a group of a village of people over there that always come together, and it's homemade dishes, pastas and treats and food, and there's no telling. I know we'll have catfish, but you're probably going to have some deer and some duck, and I mean you name it, it's going to be over there.
There you go. What this is going to be really interesting this year because we're hoping for good weather. Always hope for good weather. And even if the weather is off a little bit, last year I think one day it was really windy, and the Oklahoma boys went out like it was a normal day out. So I guess tornadic winds is good condition if you're in Oklahoma because those guys thought nothing about it. They're like, well, this is rough. But they went out, and we caught some really good crappie. So
Slabbin' Mike and Anthony Owens both, they loaded up folks and went out there, and the pictures that y'all brought in, from all the fish that were caught, that's where Ken McBroom got his big article.
Right.
He had that article wrote and sold before the night.
Yeah, that's because it quite a place. So what can I say? What else? Do we have anything that we've
got some special things that I'm still working on that we're not going to let the cat out of the bag. But the white bass bounty, that is going to be our special.
Right. Okay.
You go on and talk about that.
I'm holding back, baby, but you'll have to see that on social media on there. Basically, that kind of takes us to Tackle Time because Tackle Time is sponsored by Pico Lures, and Mitch Glenn is coming down. He's been to the camp before, and he's coming down. So we're really excited because he has a wealth of knowledge on Pico Lures, which is, where he bought that company. He's going to be able to tell the outdoor media people, give them some history on Pico Lures, and also go out there and show people how to catch fish on them. So that's our splurge for Tackle Time is Mitch is coming down to do that. They do have a complete line of hard and soft baits if you're looking for that on picolures.com. Mike, I don't know. Pretty exciting. It's getting pretty close. So by the time they see that, it might just be a couple weeks away. The reason why we have been posting it on social media and letting people know is the fact that this is just one experience. We're trying to actually open the door and let some people come in and see what we do. And the media people, some of the media people we have coming in, they're going to post every day. You're going to see stuff. And then later on, you'll see stuff that they did. We'll repost it and send it so you'll be able to see that. But that's the reason why we've changed. Usually media camps are more quiet and no one really knows about it till after it. We're actually just like open the door, bring it in, and let's have it. And so you'll probably do some live feeds, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So Mike will do some live feeds. I'll do some content that some content will be right away, and some content they'll be posted later. And that takes us to the end of the show because we basically run out of time. But
outstanding. Look forward to seeing everybody.
There you go. Like I always like to say, keep your hook sharp, your lures in the water.